Good morning, everyone. We are currently in Calgary. So yesterday I did the drive. We left the mountain. No more big mountain. No more rocky mountain. Unfortunately, for a couple months. Oh, Kitty's coming. What you want? You want to say hi? Want to jump? She jumped. So yeah, we left the mountain, no more mountain for a little bit, and went to Calgary, and I started filming, and I realized that yesterday was just like a shopping day. It was just like filling up on a bunch of stuff because today was supposed to be a really hot day, but it's kind of cloudy right now, so I'm gonna have to look the weather and see if it's still gonna happen. I said that I don't know if it's gonna be warm because of the cloud, but it's already warm in the van. I mean, it's totally fine, but for morning it didn't cool down that much. The same temperature that we were predicting. So 30 degrees right now it's gonna be today, and I had in mind to maybe go to the Badland, but look, the weather, it was like 32 degrees. I'm like, yeah. So I think we're gonna spend a day in town. But I will typically do that you guys don't really see so often on my channel is how I manage the heat and Kitty and us. I mean, I enjoy that we try to stay as much as possible in, you know, colder temperature and all this, but yeah, this is like what I will typically do on a hot day with Kitty, managing the heat. I get common emails every summer. People, sometime by choice, sometime not by choice, have to live with their cat in the car, in their RV, and they wonder what they're gonna do. So let me eat my breakfast, have my cup of tea, waking up, and we're gonna talk about that. Alright, so I went in Walmart. We're gonna do all our shopping first thing in the morning, so I always do that on a hot day. First I look the weather, and second I plan on what I have to do first thing in the morning. So the morning, I know probably my van and the temperature, I'm probably good until like 10, 11 a.m. Of not to be too warm. So I'm gonna do all my grocery, everything that I need to do, and after that I can really 100% stay with Kitty all day. I never leave Kitty on a hot day by herself. I do have a lot of things to keep this van cool. The roof vent right now is on, the windows are on. I know my van, I know I have some, I'm gonna show you everything, but even that, I never take a risk. So Kitty's my little baby, my little priority, so I never take a risk. And I also know my van and how long, you know, takes to warm up. On the small car, the smaller your vehicle is and the more window you have, the faster the heat will become. So you can drive, put the AC on, and if you stop, it's gonna be a little dome, and your car is gonna be warm very fast compared to my van, which I have like different things that I can put to try to keep the heat outside, but even that slowly it's gonna get warm inside. If you have an RV, you have a little bit more time, you know what I mean, just because it's the type of vehicle, and if you have less window, better it is too as well. So let's go do a mini grocery. Oh, and by the way, the fridge situation, I forgot to talk about it. I read a bunch of stuff. If you don't know, I had a problem with my fridge. The fridge started to become a freezer. I don't know why. And the fridge no, the freezer started to become a fridge. And I had to throw away a lot of food and all this. So I did a couple tests, look online. I put the both side of my fridge as a fridge, as the temperature of the fridge. The one side end up going to a freezer point, after that going back to freeze point to normal temperature. So because one side want to become a freezer, it's gonna become a freezer. So this side, was usually the fridge side, is now a freezer because that's what you want to do. He doesn't want to do anything other than that, so we respect his choice. And this one, my only concern is the fridge temperature is a little bit warmer than what I would love. I set the temperature at 39 Fahrenheit, and yesterday it went all the way to 52 Fahrenheit, which is a little bit warmer than what I would like. But I don't eat meat. I know the plant-based meat still have to be, you know, decent temperature, but mostly I don't eat that much of that. Right now it's only sauce, it's only vegetable and things like this. So I'm gonna keep an eye on it. Maybe I'm gonna lower the temperature on that one and see if I can lower things up a little bit, because it's a little bit too warm for my liking. But we're gonna have to live with it. I don't have any way of getting a new fridge right now until this summer, and our mail carrier is also on strike right now, so yeah. But enough talking about my fridge, I'm tired of it. And you can probably hear my voice a little bit. Allergy time. I'm good this morning, but just feel a little voice, a little thing on my voice. Hopefully it's gonna go away. It's my stuff, kitty. So I got some drink, kombucha. Also, I have a lot of drinks, but I have an idea. I'm gonna make some popsicle. I thought with a mix of strawberry, mango, peach, pineapple. I do have this. I'd never buy juice, but I thought that could be a good bottom for the popsicle. Pineapple juice, and they were on sale like for barely nothing. And I buy some coconut milk that maybe I'm gonna put inside the popsicle. We'll see. So it's gonna be my test to see if that's gonna stay frozen before I purchase Kitty's food. And I got some snack. So I'm trying when there's a couple. Right now it's just one day that's gonna be warm, but when it's hot, to just get fruit and vegetable and things that I can just easily grab without starting the stove. And if I start the stove, I try to do as much as possible outside, so it doesn't warm up too much my bed. Sometimes I forget, or sometimes I think it will be fine and I realize, whoa. You'd be surprised that a little stove, even if you cook for 10 minutes, can really warm up your place in no time. Hey, kitty. I forgot about that. I don't have that as much space. This one. Oh. It's gonna fit. This is the problem with having a smaller fridge. It's full now, completely full. So you might also wonder, Emmy, why you don't drive on a hot day? Which I don't think we're gonna get, by the way. It's pretty mild. But if I drive, it's gonna warm up the van. And it warm up the van a lot, just the heat of the engine and everything. So when you drive, you have the AC on, it's great, but when you stop, that's when you regret of driving. And you know, driving an hour, it's fine, but it just give you an hour relief. If I drive all day to escape the heat, it's not very cost efficient that much. So I found that unless it's like a heat wave for several days, might as well just like take it easy, relax for the day in the shade. Try to find a place in the shade. That's where we're going right now, even though the sun is not out, which I think it's gonna come though. But yeah, find a place in the shade and let Kelly out if she need a little bit of cool air, but it's usually what we do. So I'm just parked. You hear the highway, not very far behind me. In fact, it's just that it's got a big tree and it's got a lot of wind, so it's a good spot. I'm gonna make my little popsicle. Am I kidding? What do you think? No trees inside that. So I have time to freeze. I got those little popsicle tray at the dollar store. So pineapple juice. Start this. We need more liquid. Great, I think it's gonna be good. Let's try that first. Oh yeah. This is gonna be a winner. Could be a little bit more liquid though. All right, a little popsicle is gonna be ready for this afternoon. All right, the sun is finally out. Kelly want to go outside, so I'm gonna put the leash. We're gonna go get a tree behind. It's gonna enjoy a little bit of fresh air. Huh, Kelly? Enjoying. Kitty gets some zoomies when it's windy outside. I don't know what. Right, Kitty? Make you a... Doing some rolling, Kitty? So the warm temperature finally came back. It is warm. Kelly's outside. She's been a little bit back and forth inside, outside. Rude came see me. She's currently cleaning her van, and she told me that it's been twice, two person who told me that. So I didn't look online, but she thought that was my meetup that I had yesterday. she thought that was on 28. And I had someone who emailed me the same thing too as well. But yesterday I had the meetup, and I had 3 people who show up yesterday in meetup. So I don't know if I hope I didn't do that mistake, but if I had some, apparently I did something going on, because some people thought that was the 28 and some people thought that was the 30. So I'm sorry if that happened. I don't know if I wrote in the first comment a different date that was on the video itself. I don't know. I'm extremely sorry if that happened. But yeah, I just wanted to mention, because she told me in another email. I thought that the first email that was just someone who mistake the date, but she said she was there with another person on the 28th. We thought that was the 28th. So I'm extremely sorry. You joining me here? Alright, I was outside talking with a bunch of people. A bunch of subscribers and other van lifer came, and again, I'm extremely sorry if you came on a different date. I'm gonna have to look at what's going on right now with that, but nice to meet you, Deborah. Nice to meet you, Ruth. Maybe I'm gonna see Ruth later on, but I'm gonna drive first because it's hot. I went for a quick sushi. I was hungry. So funny, as I was chatting with all the people living in the van and everything, they were like petting Kitty, and they were like, oh, I kind of wish that I could have a pet, but I don't really want to take care of it when it's hot. And I'm like, exactly. A lot of people don't realize that having a dog, a cat, is cute, it's fun, it is. I would not do van life without Kitty. I love Kitty. But there's 100% like some stuff that I cannot do in the summer, especially things that I just have to get away, you know. They will say like, oh, when it's too hot, I just go shopping at the mall when they have AC, or I just go beside lake and I just go swimming or put my toes in the water and it just cool me down. And I'm like, all stuff that I wished I could do, but I have to take care of Kitty, and Kitty doesn't swim. Kitty doesn't like to swim. So my only option is to go park in the place in the shade, whatever it is. Usually I don't stay in the city, because with all the concrete and like the pavement is warmer, but like I have to take care of her. Usually we go in the backcountry. Usually I go when the trees are not so much option in the prairies, but that's usually my go-to. And yeah, there's definitely some stuff. And if you wonder what I did when I had my job and Kitty, so I work as a janitor for 2 or 3 years. One of those were with Kitty, 1 or 2, I don't remember, guys. But I think we'd have one summer, Kitty and I in my van when I was a janitor, and I was living in Squamish at the time, right beside the ocean and the mountains. So definitely the temperature are pretty good, pretty mild in that area, which I was extremely lucky. And as a janitor, I had the opportunity to work in the evening or change my schedule to work in the morning. So I had several jobs during the day. I think the longest that I had, it was 4 hours, and after that I had like 1 or 2 or 4 other little job, like an hour or 2, whatever. And I could mix and match, so if I wanted to do them before they start working, so it was like commercial cleaning, so before they start working or after they start working. And I done that, changed my schedule a couple of times when it was hot, just to stay with Kitty during those afternoon time and do my cleaning first thing in the morning. And also, I think I called like sick twice. I didn't really want to do that, but she was my priority, so I called sick to stay with her to make sure that she was all right. So yeah, different things that you can manage to do, but it's definitely, especially if you have a full-time job, having a pet, a dog or a cat, it can be challenging. Dog can be good because you can bring them to the park and bring them to swim, things like this. They might be a little bit easier to manage that way.
but cat can be easier in the sense that they can, right now she's just under my seat, which is always an area that it's colder. Sometimes she go under the bed, things like this, so she can manage her heat, whatever, based on the spot inside the van that is colder. But even that, obviously I'm trying my best to keep things as cold as possible. And sometimes I go in the mountains, sometimes I just manage, like today was just one day of heat. So I was like, all right, I think we can manage in the city here. So those are all my little tips. And not stay here, not take any chance. I grab a little sushi for like 2 minutes of going there and grabbing and coming back. The rest of the day I was with Kitty. Oh, this is gonna be a good spot. Right in the shade of this building. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Not all my van is in the shade, but the sun's gonna even go more down and help a little bit. Perfect little spot to finish to eat my sushi. Best way to end this video. This is really good. 10 out of 10 on the popsicle. In this video, as you can tell, sometimes the weather can change on you. Be totally fine cold in the morning and just be super hot. So always keep an eye on your pet. This little camera that I think you can put in your van, and also like temperature warning. If you know one of those gadgets, if you own any, just put it in the comments. I might be interested either, so I might look into those things. That could be great for Kitty, just to keep an eye. But always, no matter what, don't take any chance. Keep an eye on your pet. I don't want to hear any of you losing the pet because some accident happened. So I hope that's not going to be the case. And yeah, hopefully everyone's going to be alright. Every pet's going to be alright. And every summer is going to be not too warm and totally fine. And just understand that your dog or your cat getting sometime older, and they just don't want to deal with the hot weather, and it's totally fine. And that's what I try my best to do with Kitty now. So I hope you enjoy. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already, and I'm gonna leave you with Miss Kitty. You want to give them a kiss, Kitty? Hey, you want to give them a kiss? Give a kiss, Kitty? No. Yeah. It's cooling down now. It's cooling down. Alright everyone, we'll see you until the next one. Next one should be colder, Kitty.